Let me tell you something that most people in the fragrance community do not like to admit. The most compliments I ever got on a fragrance did not come from a $300 niche bottle. It came from a fragrance that people like to call dupes. Real reactions, real strangers, no bias. So in this video, I'm breaking down 10 of my most complimented dupe fragrances that bring attention in real life, not just hype online. Starting off with one of my most complimented, and that is Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold Edition. I really love Al Haramain fragrances in general, but as you can see, this fragrance gets abused. This is a 200 ml bottle, and you can tell by the dent that I wear the hell out of this fragrance. Now, I will say this is one of my favorites. I like the fruity vibe. I love the longevity and the performance of this fragrance. You just can't go wrong with this. For the price, this is a must-have in your collection. I feel like everyone should have at least one Al Haramain Amber Oud fragrance. This one just so happens to be up there for me because it does me right every single time. Rolling into the next one, this is one of my most recent pickups, and I have what this is inspired by. The accuracy coming from this fragrance is unreal. This is Cutledge Shiaka Snow. And if you've been on TikTok or if you've been online, you've probably seen this one hyped to the max, and I feel like it is hyped for a good reason. The performance, the projection, the longevity, for the price, and the accuracy, everything is there. This is everything you would want in a dupe fragrance. This is that $350+ fragrance and a $20 to $30 bottle. I actually have been wearing this a lot more recently. Whenever I don't want to put too much thought into what I'm wearing, I just kind of throw this one on and it gets the job done every single time. If you don't have this in your collection, I think you're missing out. If you like a fresh, clean, laundry style vibe, this is just easy. It's versatile, easy to grab and go. You can wear this fragrance whenever you want. Next up, we have Maison Azora Legacy. And for a while, I'd seen this fragrance online and I contemplated on getting it. And when I finally pulled the trigger and decided to get it, I did not regret it. This is a take on Blue Talisman by Ex Nihilo. And to me, I just think this is done 100% right. Honestly, I've never smelled Ex Nihilo Blue Talisman in person or anything like that. But from the scent profile on this fragrance, I think I would love it. This one does have like a sweet pear opening. It's fresh, it's clean, it's versatile. It's honestly a bang for your buck. You can't go wrong with this. I think the price of this one is around $50, $40 to $50 if I'm not mistaken. But if you're into fresh and clean fragrances that last and do the job, this one is one of them ones. Next up, we have one of the best performing fragrances out of this whole lineup, and that is Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. This one is going after Creed Aventus Absolute, if I'm not mistaken, but this just does that Creed Aventus DNA so right to a T, and it pulls in compliments just like the real thing. This is one of them special occasion date night fragrances. I feel like if you don't have one and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg on a date night fragrance, this one will have you covered for $50. You can't go wrong. I wear this one. I wish I could show you the dent in this bottle. There's not very much juice left in there at all. I'm gonna have to re-up. But this one definitely gets a run for its money. Rolling into some more heat. This one is my baby. I've held on to this one forever. I love the juice in this bottle. This is Scepter Malachite by Maison Alhambra. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is an inspired by fragrance of God of Fire by Stephanie Humbert Lucas. I could be wrong, but that's what I've learned over time. And I think that's what it's inspired by. But I don't care what it's inspired by. All I know is this fragrance is gas. Through the summertime, this fragrance got abused. I wear this fragrance more than anything else in my collection. I went to a hotel one time and I was in the elevator with some other people. It was a hotel with the indoor water park or whatever. And this guy was like, what's that cologne that you're wearing? And I had to tell him it's Scepter Malachite by Maison Alhambra. And I knew he wouldn't know who that is or where that was from because this is honestly a slept on brand. I feel like everyone should at least get their nose on this fragrance to see if they like this style of DNA. For me, it caught me completely off guard. It was a complete blind buy. I bought it on Amazon for like $28 and I haven't looked back since. I do not regret the purchase and I would definitely recommend this with confidence to anyone. Now this next fragrance I'm finna show you guys is one that opened up and just started my fragrance journey. I had Alt Crystal and it was a BR540 inspired by fragrance, but this one is also a BR540 inspired by fragrance, but this one is doing it right. This one is doing it the best. And this is Club de Nuit Untold. I got this fragrance and I swear this is definitely worth the money. Compliment magnet, it's as close as you're gonna get to BR540 and there's a whole lot of people that do content that will vouch. This is the DNA that just broadened my horizon. I was like, wow, I wanted to discover more scent profiles like this, other things that I can just fall in love with. And I really love this fragrance. I really enjoyed it ever since I got it. But the thing about this fragrance to me is it kind of sits in that special occasion date night kind of realm. So I haven't gotten many wears out of it a whole lot, but I do wear it from time to time when I just want to show out. Next up is one of my all-time favorite winter fragrances. It's just cozy, it's warm, it's seductive. This is a fragrance inspired by PDM Altair, if I'm not mistaken. And this is one of them fragrances that you're just not going to want to miss out on. You're going to want to have this in your collection if you're into cozy, warm vanilla fragrances. And that is Cullage Island Vanilla Dunes. This one has just held a place in my heart ever since I picked it up. I'm telling you, if you love a cozy fragrance, or if you're just having a special lady come over and you're going to be up close and personal, this is one that you want to throw on. This is one of them seductive, just can't get enough of you fragrances. That's how it sets with me anyways. And ever since I got it, I couldn't get enough of it. Sometimes I wear it to bed just so I can smell that, just that coziness, almost therapeutic, man. I swear, if you like a cozy vanilla fragrance, you need something like this in your collection. And I would recommend this one with confidence as well. Moving on to the fresh and clean side of things, this fragrance is a take on an extremely versatile YSL fragrance, and this is Fragrance Story Kill. And this is inspired by YSL EDP, one of the most accepted fragrances in the community, one of the most versatile. It can do anything. You can wear it for any occasion and still get compliments and still get attention. It lasts, it performs, it projects, but this one is almost a one-to-one to that fragrance. Once I smelled this, and I also have the original, I could not spot a difference. If you're just sitting there really digging, really trying, maybe you can pick up something, but to me, to my nose, there's no difference. This one hits it spot on. This one does the same thing performance-wise. It's just a fresh fragrance that you can wear for any occasion, and it's an easy, dumb reach, man. You can wake up in the morning, spray this on, and go on about your day. Fragrance Story Kill. Now, another fresh and clean fragrance that's just versatile, good for any occasion, and this one is a take on that very hyped up LV fragrance, probably one of the most hyped LV fragrances there is, LV Imagination, except this one is called Al Haramain Aqua Dubai. This is another Al Haramain banger. Now, I will say the performance on this one is not all that good. I probably got like about 4 to 5 hours of really smelling it on my skin. I wouldn't even say projection, but the scent profile is there, the freshness is there, the versatility is there, and for the price, you're getting what you paid for with this fragrance. I will say the first time I wore this fragrance, I was getting compliments on it, just that I smelled clean and fresh, and they hadn't smelled anything like that before, which to a lot of normal people's noses, they're not going to be used to smelling any of these scent profiles as it is. A lot of people are just used to fresh, clean, musky fragrances, you know, something like YSL. They would be used to smelling that sort of scent profile rather than a tea fragrance scent profile. But I will say this one is definitely a bang for your buck. You're getting what you pay for, and it's fresh and clean and versatile, easy to wear. If you don't want to overthink it, you can always wear Al Haramain Aqua Dubai. Now, this fragrance is so slept on, it should be criminal. This fragrance is going after YSL myself, is what I've heard, but to me, it smells like Azzaro the Most Wanted Parfum. I have both, and I've compared them, and Azzaro the Most Wanted Parfum is what this really smells like to my nose. But don't let that fool you. This fragrance is highly slept on. It lasts, it projects, it performs, it gets compliments, and it just has that sweetness, that slightly sweet floral seductiveness that you would want in a fragrance. It has that YSL myself feel, but that scent profile really leans towards Azzaro the Most Wanted Parfum. Either way, they're all three banger fragrances, and this one is definitely one that you need in your collection. I do not regret this purchase. It is solid compliment magnet. Now, those are my 10 most complimented dupe fragrances. Those are ones that I really enjoy. They attract real attention, not just online hype, and I would recommend any of these fragrances with confidence to someone who's just now starting a collection or just now getting into fragrances. This is a good route to take to get your nose on different scent profiles without spending an arm and a leg. If you like videos like this or want to come back to more fragrance content in general, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate you if you watched the video this long. Peace.